Hey guys, welcome back to another Stitch with me. It's been a while, and today I am working on Halloween Parade. So you may be wondering, well, Crystal, where's Winter Rose Manor? Well, I finished Winter Rose Manor. You may say, well, Crystal, why haven't you filmed a Stitch with me? Well, I did film a Stitch with me. So let me tell you my little story. Okay, so I filmed, I think it was like Monday or something last week. And I told this story. And it's what I consider to be an interesting story from my past. Nothing too scandalous, just something that happened to me when I was in college. And I tried to upload the video, and I went to clear some memory on my phone, and I deleted the video before I could even get it edited. Okay, so there goes that video. So I said, oh man, okay, well, I'll just, I had one day of stitching left, so I said, I will just tell the story again and finish Winter Rose Manor. So I recorded again, I think it was maybe Thursday, and I told the story again, and I finished Winter Rose Manor, and I showed off my finish, and I was so excited, and everything was awesome. So it took me a couple days to have time to actually edit the video and try to upload it. I tried to upload that video about 5 times, and every time something happened, something went wrong, and it was a long process to upload. Like, this was over a course of like 3 days or something. So finally, I think on Monday, I got the video uploaded. I look at my YouTube account, and it said that it had uploaded, and then it had another little screenshot or a little thumbnail of a failed upload. So basically it was the same video twice, and I went to just erase the failed upload, and I deleted the video off of YouTube. I said, okay, maybe my story is not meant to be out into the universe, because I'm telling you what, that's like 6 times I tried to upload these videos with the same story, which to me wasn't a big deal, but I'm just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. This is not meant to be for me to post these videos, because I have never had so much trouble of uploading before. So I'm sorry. I really wanted to share that with you guys, because you've been with me on the journey. So it just didn't work out. But I will show it on my floss tube this week, my finish, so that everybody can see it. And then, oh goodness gracious, Mo's just found a piece of paper. He's over there tearing it up, and I am completely in a spot where I can't get up without messing up the phone and camera. So hang on a second, let me pause it. Okay, maybe I'll solve it. Alright, so that leaves us with today. And today's Wednesday, August 25th, I think. And I was working on this yesterday. And this is Halloween Parade by the Blue Flower. Kind of zoom in. I love this piece. And I was almost done with this gray part of her hair. And then I had done the outline of this dress to fill in maybe during homeschool, but I thought that would be something I could do during my Stitch with me this morning. So I'm just gonna, since this was already out and set up to stitch, I'm just gonna work on this for a Stitch with me. And so I have just a few more strands to put in her hair, so I have to find my spot. So I hope everybody's doing good. Stormy is wild this morning. She may run through here. She has already just in the time that I was setting up, she probably came through about 3 times and just like wrecked this whole area. So she's feeling frisky this morning. She's ready to play. And let me tell you what, I think she's half dog. She got into the trash last night. I woke up and there was trash everywhere. And see, my Mose, who is the only other dog who's tall enough to reach the trash can, he was in his crate. He usually sleeps in his crate at night because he is el destructo and he will eat and tear up everything. I mean, literally, I don't know what to do. The dog eats everything. And the only thing he's been good about leaving alone is like phone charger, which thank goodness, because we got chargers laying everywhere. But everything else, I mean, paper, plastic, anything. If Parker drops it, he's got it in his mouth so fast. And lately, he has been eating Parker's Nerf bullets. And oh goodness, Parker gets so upset. He gets so upset. So, I'm like, buddy, they can't be in the floor. He's going to eat them. I don't know what to tell you. Got to get your Nerf bullets up. I'm telling you what, it has been, it's been a long, rough week. Week and a half. It has. So, I am really behind on everything. We're just, full disclosure, okay? Y'all know Parker is, he has autism, he has ADHD. I talk about it. I share about it. Well, he was off of his ADHD medication for the summer, and he's been taking it since he was 6, so he's 11. So he's been taking ADHD medication for that long, okay? Now, normally, when he was younger, he couldn't take breaks from it because of it needed to be consistent, like his routine, like all that needed to be consistent. We couldn't go back and forth, like take a day off. Well, the older he's gotten, we have been able to slowly incorporate taking days off until we got to the point where he was only taking it on school days instead of 7 days a week. He's only taking on school days. So he's been off of it for all summer, and we just noticed, a huge change in his personality, and it was a good change. So I was hesitant about putting him back on it for school, but at the same time, if he can't complete his schoolwork, I mean, he has to be able to complete his schoolwork in some way, right? So, we were getting ready for the first day of school, and like the week before, I said, okay, buddy, we're going to start you back on your medicine and to get you used to it before we start school. And I'm telling you what, it was a disaster. He was so miserable. We were miserable. It broke my heart because it was like two different people. Like, I could see such a difference. And parents struggle with this all the time because, if he was in public school, we could not send him without medication. He would be expelled because the rules are, you can't be disrupting class and stuff. Well, there's literally no way he could sit in his seat. He could not sit in his seat without medication at public school. I mean, it just is not possible. And I know this from experience. So, he has to have his medication. Well, at home, there's not 20 other kids trying to learn. It's just me and him. So, if he needs to jump up and down on one foot while he does his social studies, who's that going to hurt? Nobody. The main thing is he learning? Is he doing his work? And that's the real question. So he begged, he begged us, please let me do school without medicine. I hate the medicine. So my husband and I talked about it, and we said, okay, we're going to do 2 weeks without medicine and see if he's learning. Well, let me tell you what. Okay, we're doing it, but boy, is it hard. I'm not going to lie. It is hard. I feel like at the end, by 4 o'clock, I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. So, I'm hoping that some of that is just the fact that we're learning our routine. We're doing a little bit of new curriculum this year. I hope that some of that will level off. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. And as long as he's moving along and learning at his own pace, I have no real reason for him to take his medication. And if he hates it that much, I mean, he's 11 years old, so it's not like he's 6 years old and he needs me to guide him. I mean, he's developing into his own little person. So he knows. He's very intelligent. He knows the difference. He knows what's going on with his body. He knows all about his ADHD. He knows all about his autism. And it was really poignant yesterday because he said, we were talking about the medicine, and he said, the medicine tries to hide my ADHD, and I'm proud of my ADHD. And I'm like, well, buddy, okay, technically that's not what the medicine does. Technically, the medication helps his brain focus so that it blocks out all this other noise that's going on, and he can focus and get things done, and, not be so impulsive and make healthy decisions and things like that. So without the medication, his brain is just going like 60 different directions at once. But technically he's right. It is a way to just kind of like erase that. And I'm discovering, and please don't take offense, this does not apply to any other family, any other child. This only applies to my child and my experience. And I would never, ever, ever judge someone for their choices, because these are very difficult choices. Very difficult. I have talked about this before. It is extremely difficult to make choices to put your small child on medication. Okay. I'm just discussing my experience. And my husband has ADHD, and he struggles with certain things in life, and he was never medicated. They did have medication out when he was in school, but he's 46, so things were a lot different back then. He basically got in trouble all the time. He had really high grades. Sometimes he didn't have high grades, but he would know all his material and stuff like that. But he was just like, I don't know. He just, he would get in trouble and stuff. But as he got older, he figured out a little bit better how to manage it. So anyway, I just keep hearing these bangs and knocks, and what it is, it's Stormy messing around in the house. So I kind of went off track of my original thought of what's going on. So basically, I can see him, I don't know, y'all. I don't even know, like, it's really hard during school, but when we're not in school, he's so much happier. He is so much happier. He's able to be a kid. He wants to do more. He wants to play more. And, you know, he's doing his schoolwork. It's really hard on me. I'm not gonna lie. It's really stressful on me because, you know, it's like herding cats. But at the end of the day, I can really see him being able to enjoy life more and just, you know, just being a kid. So, I hope we can make this work. I really do. This is our second week. We're halfway through it. We've had some successes and we've had some, you know, speed bumps, but I'm figuring it out. It's a journey for me. You know, so, oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so she's fine if you can hear her. She's just putting on a show. Stormy has this little cardboard house that has a scratching pad inside of it, and it's so cute. I need to show y'all a picture on FlossTube. It is so cute. She runs in that house, and like the dog can't get her. It's so cute. Okay, so now that I've had Crystal's therapy time, I can talk about the stitching. So this is a scrap, and it's not even on top. This is a scrap of 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. And I have talked about on my floss tube about how I really don't like stitching on Monaco anymore because I have trouble with the needle. This piece is an exception. I think it's because maybe I didn't bake it. I remember making some coffee tea dye that I let just, instead of baking it, I put it on just on the back of the chair to dry. So that may be why it's not as shrunken. The holes are a little bit bigger. Because I've been stitching on this now. It's definitely thicker than, you know, the other fabrics I'm using. But it's fine. And it's working well because I can carry threads, which there's not a ton of, there's a little bit of carrying. I can carry these darker threads and they're not showing through. So that's a good thing. That's what I like about this. Oh, and also I went to Rose Manor. When I was finishing it, like the last half of the video, it was completely out of frame. So that was frustrating. But anyway, yeah, I messed up that video bad. So right now I'm filling in her dress. And if you look at the picture, just, let me see, I hope that's zooming in. So that's the lady, and then I'll have to do the tree with the other three big animal motifs. So I've got all this done, and I'm working on her. So I really want to get this done before October. But this is not going to be my 25/7. I'm just working on it today. So, to me, the point of the 25/7 or 30 minutes a day, for me, is to work on something that you want to get done, but you're just not able to give it the time or the attention, or maybe you just kind of put it to the side to stitch on other stuff, you know, but you do want to get it done. And that was Winter Rose Manor. I kept putting it off, and it was just, I think it's because the idea of the whole project was so overwhelming to me, both emotionally and just, you know, realistically, just because it was my first big piece like that. It was kind of like a sampler. It's not a sampler, but it may as well be a sampler, to be honest. So by doing just a little bit every day, I was able to overcome that, and I'm telling you what, it worked so well. It worked so well. I mean, I don't know, I can't remember. I'd have to look back and see when I started doing that for 25/7, but you know, it hasn't been that long. And now that piece is finished and I can send it for framing. So I'm going to send it to Total Framing. Let's see. Hopefully I keep hitting the table. So, yeah, after I showed on my floss tube, I'm going to send it to Total Framing. According to their website, if I can get it sent off after my floss tube, there's a good chance I can get it back before Christmas, which would be amazing to be able to give her that for Christmas. But let me tell you what, I said, Mom, I finished Winter Rose Manor, and she said, what's that? I said, I finished that cross stitch I was doing for you. She's like, what cross stitch? Y'all, I'm telling you what. She's just, I don't know, you know, I was like, Mom, I've been telling you about this for like forever. And I even showed it to her when she came over for, I don't know if it was for a holiday or she just, oh, it was Parker's birthday. Parker's birthday party. I showed it to her and she's just like, oh yeah. But you know, that's just, you know, it really, I did it for her, but the process was for me. So she's going to love the end result, and she is happy about it. I had to explain it to her, but also, you know, my mom has health issues, and I don't want to say her mind's not there. Her mind's definitely there, but sometimes she's just having, you know, she has hard days, and she's not able to like really, you know, remember stuff, or I mean, she can remember it. I don't know how to put this. You know how when you just don't feel good and your brain is just kind of like sluggish and you're just like, ugh, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. Like that, okay? But she's going to love it. She's going to love it. And, you know what? If she doesn't love it, I'm going to snatch that thing right back and put it up on my wall. That's the way we do. We take things from each other back and forth. Like, if she has something I like and she doesn't use it, she gives it to me and vice versa. So, we do that all the time. I know this is a little bit different, but I can guarantee you, if for some reason she's like, oh, I don't know, I'll be like, that's alright, I'll hang it up in my house. She won't be like that, though. She'll love it. I made her a quilt. I need to show it on my floss too. I made her a quilt, and you know, she loves that. She uses it all the time. I said, I need to get your quilt so I can show it on my floss tube, but it's always on her bed. So, yeah, I don't know, to wait till she's not using it so I can show it. But I had a lot of pressure because I wanted to make my mom a quilt, right? But sorry, let me pause that. Okay, so the problem was there's all these pretty fabric lines, but I kept thinking, what if she doesn't like it? What if she doesn't like it? Because my mom's a picky person. She just is. She's very picky. And I didn't want to spend $100 on fabric and then her say, it's not really my colors, because that's just the way she is. She's going to tell me. So I was really struggling. I said, she's like, when are you going to make me a quilt? And I said, Mom, I mean, I just don't know. And I would show her pictures of fabric, and she's like, that's okay. And then she said, well, I want a West Virginia quilt. Just make me a West Virginia quilt. And I was like, oh, because we're from West Virginia. And I said, okay. So I bought WVU fabric, West Virginia University fabric, which has a West Virginia all over it and all that, right? So I went to WVU. I was in a band WVU, but also, like, I don't know. I know some states are like this. Like in the South, it's like there's more than one college football team. So I don't know. People in West Virginia wear West Virginia clothes, like the college clothes, even if they don't support that college, just because it says West Virginia, if that makes sense. It's just always been that way. There is another school, Marshall. If you've ever seen that movie, We Are Marshall, I went there too. So that, but they can't really be considered rivals because they're like two totally different types of WVU is like this huge school, and Marshall's like a smaller school, and they do have a football game, or they used to, but I don't know. But anyway, she wanted a West Virginia quilt. I said, okay, that made my life so much easier. As soon as she told me that, I went online and I ordered, several WVU prints, novelty prints, and then I ordered coordinating fabrics, and I went to Hobby Lobby and got some solids that matched, and I made her a